Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am going to continue to work on my junk journal project. Yep. And I think I am going to finish up the cover today. I will kind of catch you up on what I have done to it since the last video. And hopefully there will be enough time left where I can start kind of putting things together for the signatures. I have a really cool idea for the signatures and hopefully it'll work. So the cover. Let's talk about the cover. I shared with you in the previous video my process for making the cover. I used ripped pages from an L.L. Bean catalog to create a kind of patchwork type look on the cover. And then I went over that with my matte medium. And if you remember in the last video, I said that in all likelihood, the spine was going to crack as soon as I closed the book. And yeah, true to word, that's what happened. I closed the book and it cracked. I did not like it. And I know I have to learn to embrace the imperfections of making something out of junk. But that was something I simply could not embrace. I didn't care for it. So what I did was cover it up. I used this canvas paper that has been in my stash forever and a day. And it is just that, is canvas backed onto paper. I got this from Tuesday Morning back in 2017, and I only know that because that's the date on the sticker, the price sticker. So I love this, and the best thing about this is you can pretty much grunge it up with either your distress inks, or in my case I use archival inks. So what I did was I cut a piece of that wide, I mean really wide, so that I had at least half an inch overhang on both the front and back cover. And then I went in with my archival ink, and I used archival ink because it's permanent. It doesn't reactivate with water, which the distress inks do. I wanted something permanent, so I used some vintage, it's vintage photo archival ink. And all I did was just kind of grunge that up a little bit. This is an extra little piece I'm going to use on the cover by just like softly passing the loaded inker over the paper, and then darken the edges more. So it goes from that super bright, very clean looking canvas to something a little more in keeping with the grungy kind of junky vibe of the book. So I did that, and then I had on my desk some of this trim. It's like a crochet trim. It's a really pretty crochet trim. Put some on the front and on the back just to, I don't know, pretty it up a little bit, give it a little texture, a little more interest. So I think it looks really pretty. Then what I did was I took some of my distress paints, watered it down a little bit, and splattered the cover. I don't know if you can see the effect, but it has splatters of gold. And then I dipped my finger into that same mixture of the paint and water and just kind of rubbed the edges of the book. So that's how I got this effect. And then I put on a ring fastener on the spine in case I want to hang some charms or something from there. And then the inside of the book, I mentioned in my last video that I might clean up the edge where the paper went onto the book. It was a little crooked and it was bugging me. It really was. I had to fix it. And I had on my desk, here it is. I mailed out a package. I had a package I had to return to Amazon. And so I had this packaging tape sitting on my desk. And I really like it. I actually got it at the Dollar Tree. Anytime I see it, I pick up a roll. Haven't seen it in a good long while, but I love it. So I decided to just use it on the inside of the book. So this is what the cover looks like. But she's not done. No, she's not. I really wanted something for here, and I started playing around with some of the things laying on my desk. I have some of that same canvas paper. What I did was I stamped on it using my archival ink, and the stamps I used are these, I don't know, with tiny toadstools. Tim Holtz stamp set. First time using it. I've had it for a little while, but this is my first time using it. I practiced some to see what it would look like, and I love the way it looked on the canvas. I tried the green color, but I felt that faded away too much, so I went with the black. So what I ended up doing was taking a nice square piece of canvas, grunged it up a little bit, stamped on it, and then went back in with some more of that gold splatter from the paint, and did that same kind of dipping my finger and framing the edges of this piece with that gold paint. So that's how I created this piece. And I thought this would look really pretty on the cover. But I felt like I was cheating because it's not exactly junk. I mean, yeah, there's scraps of canvas, but it's not really junk. It wasn't part of the junk that I have been collecting. So I did go into the junk pile and I pulled something that I can use. I ended up using this corrugated cardboard. I showed this before. So what I did was I took that corrugated cardboard and I cut, roughly cut a circle so that I can glue this metal frame on top of it. So not only did I cut the circle in the corrugated cardboard, as you can see, I also inked it with some of that same archival ink in vintage photo and in black soot. I also kind of, again, used my fingers to rub some of that gold paint on it as well. And then I had this metal piece sitting, this frame sitting on my desk, which kind of inspired the whole thing. I used my alcohol inks. This was like a really bright silver. I didn't care for that. It just didn't go with the book. So what I did was I used my alcohol inks and I colored this up. I think the color was Pool and some green one. I forget the name of it. Patina. That's what it was. Pool and Patina. And then I also added a little bit of, I think it was called Coffee, maybe? It was like a really dark brown. I'm not sure. Whatever I had, I just mixed it all up, and that's why my hands look so inky. So, glued it on. And I also, I don't know if you can see, but I also use some of this gold thread, some of this gold thread to sew it on. I don't know if you can make out some of the thread there, only because I wasn't sure about the metal sticking to the cardboard and I didn't want it to get lost, so that's how I handle that. And here's the thought, because there is a thought here. I thought I can use this frame that I made to frame the little toadstool like that. And then put this on the cover like that. And then take these little scrap pieces and put them on the cover like that. So that is what I'm going to do now. Okay, so now you are caught up. Actually, you're not caught up. Let me also share with you something else I did. I want to put some metal book corners on the book just because I like that look. I like that look. And so I took these kind of brownish bronze, that's the color I'm looking for, colored ones, and I used that gold paint and I just added a little bit of gold to it, and then I went over it with my matte medium to get rid of the shine. I didn't want anything too super shiny. I kind of did the same thing with the ring fastener. Used some of that gold paint and matte medium just to dull that shine. Okay, so that is where we are. Let's get this done. Make sure. Two things. I have to make sure that I'm in frame. And that I'm in frame. And that my book's not upside down. So I am just going to use a combination of the fabric tack, because why not? I love this glue. And my Tombow Mono liquid glue. Love that glue too. Didn't have it with me last time because it was upstairs and I was too lazy to go get it. I'm gonna add that. And then saw that I almost stuck it onto the book, and it wasn't the point to put it on the book. It's to put it on here. So I hope everyone is doing well. Today is, well, technically it's Sunday, right? It's like 1:30 in the morning. I've been in my craft room for a little while now, but only now am I turning the camera on. That looks really pretty. I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. Then what I will do is stick it onto the book. I can hear my daughter putzing around upstairs. Before I stick that onto the cover, let me take a moment to just add a little gold to these pieces and let that dry. That's my fallback tool, my finger. I am always making a mess with my fingers. But nothing beats the fingers when it comes to paint and these types of projects. The only thing you do have to be careful what you touch with your inky fingers. Because it would be a crying shame to touch something that you don't necessarily want painted or inky with your inky fingers. I've done it. Oh, I've done it. Okay. Okay, so my child keeps the same hours I keep. So if I'm up late, she's up late. Yeah, I like that. So let's commit. Let's commit. I'm excited about the signatures. I was trying to figure out what I would use for the signature covers. And what I decided to do was use the boxes of cereal. I'm probably going to go out of frame just temporarily so that I can kind of look down on this and center it properly. So please forgive me just for a few. It's the only way I can get it centered is to look down. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Hear my cuckoo clock? Let me know. It is 2 o'clock in the morning now. And I'm not tired. It's not like I slept in late either. Well, a little late. I woke up, I usually wake up sometime between 7 and 8. And this morning, I guess you can say I did sleep in. So I woke up closer to 10. I did, closer to 10. Just making sure I put this little piece down from the corner of the book because I do want to use that bookend, that metal book corner there. So now I think I will put this piece here. I like the 3 pieces of canvas. Everything's better in 3s. It's just more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I'm sure you've heard that before. I think as long as it's an odd number, it's all good. That's really pretty. Very happy with that. So I think, with the exception of putting on the book corners, the metal book corners, I think this is good. I think this is really good. So I will put the metal book corners on later. So that is what the cover looks like. There's the front. There's the spine. There's the back. I also did some of that gold splatter on the back. Here is the inside. I did decide to leave the edges as is. I kind of played around with the thought of wrapping it so you wouldn't see the raw edges, but I think with the gold paint that I added, it definitely looks nice. Looks finished. So I'm happy with that. And I will put the metal corners on later. So it's time to move on to the signatures. I was thinking about the signatures for a little bit, trying to decide what I can use for the signatures. And what I decided to do was use some of the cereal boxes. So I have 3 different cereal boxes. I have the Honey Nut Cheerios, the Captain Crunch, and the Frosted Flakes. So I think I am going to use these 3 covers to make the signature covers. I also have a bunch of papers I pulled out, but we'll leave the papers for maybe the next video. I need to cut this down to the proper size. I'm trying to remember what I said the dimensions of this book were. I think it was 6 by 8. 6 by 8. Yep. So I think what I want, I think what I'm going to do, let me just confirm. Let's confirm. 5, 6, 7. This probably works out just about right for signature covers, but we will find out for sure. What's the easiest way to take these apart? Let's see. That's the easiest way to take them apart. So this is not playing nice with my trimmer. That's okay. Doesn't need to play nice. Just needs to get the job done. So that's the cover. That's one cover. This one's already cut, and it's the right size. Let's do one more. I'll probably get a cleaner cut if I use my huge paper trimmer as opposed to this little one. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pause this video and get my other trimmer. Okay, much better. There's a tool for every purpose. Didn't make sense for me to continue to use that paper trimmer and get some very messy cuts when I have my big paper trimmer. Perfect. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is I have another box of the Frosted Flakes. Get another box so that I have a cleaner cut. I know, embrace the imperfections of your project. I say it. I do. I say it all the time. But it's a hard thing to do. Much better. I've had this swing line trimmer for years, and I absolutely love it. So let's see. Looks like the Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch might be a little smaller than the other ones. Go figure. Go figure. Let's see. No, I don't have another one. So we will make it work. I do. Just going to even them up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Sloughed, right? Okay. So what I was thinking was I would fold them like that. And those would be the covers. I don't know, I just thought it would be fun to see the names of the cereals on the front of each of the signatures. So those would be the 3 signatures. Now they will obviously need to be embellished and decorated a little bit. Let's get the book and see if the height works. The height works. It's perfect height. It's not going to peek out of the book at all. And it's also, I think, all around the perfect size for the journal. I could, on the edges of them, add some of the same crochet trim I used here. I can definitely add it here to pretty these up a little bit. But other than doing that, I think I'm going to leave them just like this. So these are the 3 signature covers, my friends. So I think that is going to do it for this video. I did manage to get 98% done with my cover. I want to say 99 because all I have to do is add the metal corners. And I did cut down the cereal boxes and officially decide that these are going to be the covers for my signatures. So I'm super excited. In the next video, I am going to get some papers together. I will give you a sneaky peek here's a sneak peek. I went into my box of papers and pulled out different papers from my stash, music sheets, some pages from a 1936 magazine. I have some wallpaper, some pages from an art book, beautiful pages from an art book, I have some wrapping paper, pages from all kinds of magazines. And books. This is looks to be a book about mushrooms. Also have some grid paper, some maps, a little bit of everything. And I don't know that this is enough, but we're going to start with that. I did pull some pages from a paper pad. One of my favorite go-to paper pads is this Momenta paper pad. I got these from Tuesday Morning way back when, but I absolutely love these. It's the right weight. It's not super thick. It's the perfect weight. And they are double-sided, and they have a bit of a grunge vibe to them, so definitely wanted to go with that. So that is what I'm going to be working on the next video, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. If you are new to my channel and you have not subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you. If you are subscribed to my channel but haven't activated that notification bell, please do so. That way you will be notified anytime I post a new video. And if you like this video, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. It does go a long way to helping with my YouTube channel. And yeah, I will catch you all in the next video, my friends. Let me know what you think about the cover. I am in love with it. I really am. I love the way it turned out. So let me know what you think. And also, what are you working on right now? What's your project? Let me know. I always love to hear what everyone's working on. I will catch you all in the next video, my friends. Until next time. Bye-bye.